Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently very close to the end of this game, and we just declared war on Spain, the #1 power in the world. So we'll see how that ends up going. That'll be interesting. We can also call in Netherlands, and honestly, I don't know if we should. I guess they have Spanish territory right bordering them here. I don't know, they're reasonably strong. You know what? Let's do it. Let's call in Netherlands. So that'll be fine. That'll keep the Spanish a little distracted out over here. So that would be good. Now, we've already begun our invasion out over here, and our other forces are intended on being largely reserves to be able to respond to the Spanish forces attacking. And we've got this navy right up over here. We would love to have more heavy ships in it, but for the moment, it'll have to do. So this navy is going to be replenishing a little bit. These are all 100%. Why does this look like this isn't full on morale? Okay, whatever. Let's sail on out. And we're going to catch this Spanish fleet here. So this Spanish fleet has mostly light ships, and that's absolutely going to be crushed. That's huge. So that's absolutely wonderful. We managed to do that. And there's more Spanish ships down over here. Now, I'd like to get down here. We need to select the fleet correctly. There we go. I'd like to get down here and help out with these fights. We would very much like to get these Spanish and Spanish colonial fleets taken care of. So that looks great. And this fleet up over here, this is going to be a decent amount of heavy ships pulled off the map. So that looks good. And as far as these invasions go, we absolutely want to continue pushing in. So this would be up to here. Understood. We'll push up over this direction. Baja California is going to fall very shortly here. Excellent. So we won this naval battle, and we're going to come in down here and sweep around this direction. Now we can see a small New Grenadan force here. We knew this would very likely happen, that they would likely try to attack this fort, although it's going to go poorly for them. And we can start attacking down over here. So we've managed to occupy these areas. Excellent. And at this point, yeah, this is looking fine. So at this point, ticking war score should, I think, be on our side. Our war goal is to take Baja California, which is this right here. So yeah, ticking should be on our side. The Spanish West Indian flagship was sunk. Okay, cool. And that's looking absolutely fine for now. So we have pretty hefty naval control over here for the moment. That may or may not remain the case. So I'd like to come over and maybe catch this little fleet. I don't know if we'll catch them. They actually stopped briefly. And yeah, we did indeed catch them. So that looks great. I'd like to come around and catch these as well. So these two, I'm going to leave where they are. They're sitting on the war goal, and I think that's reasonably fine. We're going to continue to push in here. I want these guys to siege here, and then these are going to fall back. There don't seem to be any forces here, which is kind of remarkable. Maybe their plan is to not contest it? I don't think that's a good plan, but maybe. Let's head up over this way. They're going to have a really hard time getting out of here, I think. No, they got out. They are a little faster than we are. I mean, that's only 3 light ships, I think, so that's not terribly surprising. Okay, no siege here. Beautiful. So that all looks good. Netherlands is going to attack over here. And that, of course, means that this army is free to move in and attack down this way. So that looks perfect, and we're not seeing major Spanish fleets. There are some Spanish fleets around, but we're not seeing their fleet, like, fully grouping together, right? So that's wonderful. We're going to push up over here. These guys are going to continue to occupy this area. Now, they're out over here. Not too much we can really do about it. It's fine. We're on the wrong side of the continent with our fleet, right? But let's check in on what we can potentially do here. Ooh, a counting house. Done. We can also build more universities, and we might as well get a couple of them going. Okay, so our forces are starting to move in over here, and I'd like... We just lost our commandant. That's awkward timing. I'd like these guys to be up over here, and I'd like to fight here. Yes, I want to fight this. So we need a new commandant, and actually, discipline would be good here. He's not an accepted culture, so we wouldn't be able to promote him up. I think that's fine. We would still be gaining 9 military power per month, which is, I think, more than we need. We're capped on Miltech, right? So it's absolutely fine. We're mostly hiring this guy for his discipline, and he'll be a little cheaper, too. So that's not a big deal. So we're going to fight this battle, and that battle should go quite well for us. I think we just stack wiped them. That's a big deal, actually. So we're at minus 4% war score right now, and the question is, where are they mostly getting these? Naval battles? Okay, sure. Our navy can't be everywhere, right? Let's sail around over this direction, see if we can catch this little navy here, and indeed we do. Fantastic. That's a good naval battle. I like to see it. And at this point, what does Spain directly, not counting their colonies, not counting their allies, what does Spain directly have for ships? Okay, 256 ships. It's not too bad. So keep in mind, we can always retreat back behind this fort in Darien if we need to over here, and we may end up needing to, but for the moment, this seems fine. Looks like Spanish California has landed forces here. I'm going to direct these 2 armies to go deal with that, while these continue to push up in occupation. We're keeping our armies together. We could occupy these much faster by splitting our armies up, but I'm not bothering with that. Okay, so these guys are going to get caught up here. I want to move here. Okay. Excellent. Let's group these together. Actually, no. Okay, they got locked in. Whatever. It's fine. We're going to go fight these up here. That looks good. We can make a state, and that would be this, Michigan. Beautiful. We can probably core as well. And yep, let's absolutely do that. That looks great. So down over here, our fleet is currently chilling here. I'd like to come catch this fleet. That looks good. This is occupied by Netherlands. Sure. We're not planning on taking that territory anyway. So we're minus 10% war score right now, and this is mostly, I think, due to blockading. We lost this siege. That's fine. Netherlands had that. It's not a huge deal. So this battle is going to be extremely easy. Excellent. And we stack wiped that force. That's exactly the idea here. So that looks great. We're going to continue to push up this direction and take over territory here. We have a new heir. Those are great stats. 454. I mean, it's not like perfect stats, but those are good. We'll take it. So that's absolutely wonderful. Remember, ticking war score is on our side right now. We can check in here and we can see, yeah, they've got occupation of Netherlands going on up over here. So Spain is overrunning Netherlands right now. This is not surprising. Austria-Hungary is in this, right? So Netherlands is going to peace out fairly soon. That's fine. They can do that. They've bought us a little bit of time, which is more than we could have hoped for. And once they peace out, this is going to flip around. Netherlands is getting absolutely hammered right now, which is not surprising, considering what they're up against. I'm honestly surprised they joined this war. They shouldn't have. So that's absolutely wonderful, and let's head in here for now and just continue to occupy some of this Spanish territory down this way. And if we check in here, the real question is, yeah, so all of these guys are pretty into doing this at this moment. I wouldn't mind piecing out Austria-Hungary, but they don't really have a good way to get here. I mean, Austria-Hungary does definitely have coastal territory, and they've got 218 ships. Like, that's not a lot of ships. So that's absolutely understood. They will have a hard time getting here. For the time being, I'm going to put these guys into port. No, don't go into port there. Go into port here. And we're going to get repairs on our ships. We don't see them trying to do, like, big naval attacks at this moment, and even if they did, it wouldn't really do anything. So this is ambitious. Okay, so we're going to definitely make our way through this and take out a bunch of these little stacks and occupy these territories at the same time. They're not going to be able to really do anything with these stacks. They'll just be vaguely annoying. So that's okay. Let's continue to press up over this direction. And yeah, they're infiltrating our administration. No shockers there. I do want to check in on basilicas. Nothing too major to put in there. We can definitely get some universities going, though. Perfect. So let's head in here and here for now, and then we'll just sweep over this direction. So here's a question. How much of this can we actually take? This is actually not eating up very much war score. We can probably take this whole thing. Yeah, that's only 29. So beyond that, we could even, like, attack New Granada down over this direction. As a hypothetical, if we wanted to go all the way up to 100, we can get a lot out of Spain. We can get a whole lot out of Spain here. So it'd be something like that would be the maximum. Now, oh, actually, this doesn't matter. Vinland, Portugal, Spain, we don't care. That's all fine. So that would be okay. It would give us a lot of overextension, but we'll see if we get the war score. We'll put it that way. They have a lot of reasons to not accept this right now. Most of it is because we don't have enough war score to make demands, but that's fine. Ooh. Better production methods. That's a good event there. I like it. So that's absolutely fantastic. We're going to head off over this direction and continue to occupy these areas. I'm going to have these guys go here, and I'm going to have these guys start trying to chase down this little stack. They're going to be a little annoying, and that's fine. We lost a naval battle down over here. That wasn't our major navy, so that's absolutely fine. No problem there. I'm interested in continuing to push down this direction for the moment. And we definitely want to get all of this up here taken out. So we're going to be able to potentially get a very large amount out of Spain here. So I'd like to whip around up here, eliminate these Spanish Californian troops. I'm going to stop moving here, and I'm going to force march to try to catch these guys. I really want to catch this stack. Get them kicked off of the continent. There we go. So that'll be good. And now the question is, do they have anywhere else that they've landed? The answer is no. Now, we can definitely defend Cuba with our fleet, so that should be absolutely fine. I'm also interested, I think, in pulling this army down. And we're going to have them come fight these units out over here, is I think the idea. Now, I'm pretty sure that Netherlands is going to want out of this soon. Actually, they're still at high war enthusiasm, remarkably. Okay, that's kind of surprising. They have a small stack down here and a small stack up here. I'm not sure where this stack came from exactly, but let's see if we can catch them. Actually, hang on. There we go. So that stack is eliminated. And now we can come down over this direction. Yeah, something like this. We should be able to get there fairly quickly and get them caught. Perfect. Get them kicked entirely off of this continent. That's the idea. So that'll be fine. We can unforce march that, and then this is the 3rd and the 8th. Okay, so we'll put this guy out over here, and we'll put this guy up over here for now. So we have a lot of armies that we're holding in reserve right now. We're winning this war quite handily, even though I know it doesn't look like it here. We actually are doing very, very well here. This is mostly negative because Netherlands is getting absolutely rocked at this moment, and this isn't a surprise. So that's absolutely fine. They will have a hard time getting to us, though. A very hard time. Peasant regiments. Where? This is absolutely okay. So we'll hop over here and then hop right on back. So yeah, the main issue for them at this point is how exactly do they attack us? They need a lot of ships to make that happen. And we're stronger than them navally. So that's fine. That's not an issue at all. We've got 7 heavy ships up here. I'm going to take our fleet up to group up with these additional heavy ships. And that will be absolutely fine. So we've got another invasion force coming in here. We can't actually move here because we're blocked by this fort. We can move our units together like this, though. And siege this fort, nice and quickly. They're going to have a really hard time pushing us off of this fort, and we're going to siege it fast. We're already at 28%. So that's looking good. And then this army, the goal here is for these guys to come in and do some fighting out over this way, right? I want to get this area taken back, and then they're going to start invading out here, is the general concept. So for now, that looks good. Spanish California is fully under control. How much more ticking war score can we get? 18 is the answer. Okay. So that's absolutely fine. Let's see if this fort falls. Ooh, I was hoping it would there. Sadly, it did not. And I definitely want to come in and fight these guys here. Okay, so they might bring in reinforcements. I want to force march in our own. These guys fell a little bit behind, probably due to maneuver rating. But there we go. So that looks good. And now we can unforce march these. Perfect. And we can start taking back this fort for right now. We're at 64% here. And there's nothing they can do about it. They can't fight us here. 50 diplomatic power? I mean, sure, we still need a dip tech, so there we go. Excellent. Okay, so this siege is over. I want to come in and fight here. They have no leadership. And we're just going to roll up over this direction. Beautiful. Stack wiped. So now we're going to attack here, and how's this siege going? Minus 28. Okay. So that's going to take a little while. Let's check in on our coasts. No incursions as of now. Looks good. Let's get our fleet grouped together. There we go. So we now have 46 heavy ships, 607 light ships in this. This fleet is very strong. Very, very, very strong. And unnecessary right now. So we're kind of fleet in being right now, is what we're doing. I'd like to come up and fight this force. I'm going to have these guys force march. They're a little behind. So we're going to move up and see if we can catch these. Yeah. Let's see if we can get up over here. I want to potentially force march these as well, because I really want to catch this force and get them stack wiped. They cannot fight us. They have to try to run. And they can't run. So there we go. That did not stack wipe, but it was a lot of damage. I like it. So let's have these guys move down here. We'll reinforce slowly. Excellent. So we can see we're at -1 on the war score right now, although that will be changing very, very rapidly. At this point, if we wanted to do this peace deal, they would have 1,237 reasons not to. Now, 1,000 of those reasons is because we need at least 10 war score to make demands. So that's not a big deal. Current peace offer, demands exceed war score. That's significant. Length of war, yeah. Spanish military strength, Spain holds Toledo, war score, and relative strength of alliances. They think that they're in a good position here. They're not. They're not. So the question is, if we wanted to peace out Austria-Hungary, which is, I believe, the only real powerful force here, other than Spain themselves, if we wanted to peace out Austria-Hungary, how close would they be to this? The answer is 59 reasons. 24 of those are length of war. 8 are war score. That seems achievable. Okay, sounds good. So this siege is going to end very shortly. We're not interested at this point at all in fighting in Europe. They can do what they are going to do there. That's fine. What we're interested in doing is taking away some of their colonial holdings. We don't want them to hold anything in the Americas. I mean, we're not going to have time to completely kick them out of South America, right? That's not going to happen. But this is absolutely something that we want to push towards, for sure. So I'm just scoping out our coasts here, seeing if they're plotting any incursions. I'm not currently seeing any. I mean, I'm sure they're plotting some, but they're not currently doing any. So that looks good. We'll just continue to press in through here. We're up to 2% now on the war score. And that's looking very, very good. So there's another occupation for us down this direction. Let's push down here. We lost our admiral, so we should definitely replace our admiral. And this is additionally 3 heavy ships. So let's get these together, recruit an admiral, and that's okay. He's an okay admiral. He's not amazing. Lots of maneuver, so I mean, he'll be pretty quick. That's something anyway. So I want these guys up over here. And we're just going to continue to press on through here. So we're attacking here, and I want to move up over this way and just kind of sweep down and then hit this fort. That would be the idea. Let's gain 50 admin power. That'll be fine. We'll lose 25 of that admin power. And yeah, that all looks good. Okay, so now we'll just go and attack here. That was a lot of things happening at once. Perfect. And they've got a decent fleet out over here. They're not really trying to contest this out over here, which is understandable. Our fleet is very strong. They're trying to get operations in the Pacific because our fleet is not there. And that makes a lot of sense. Good for them. They should definitely be doing that. I also don't care. So there's that. They can do that if they like. We're going to hop down over here and over here. Excellent. So we are continuing to occupy out this direction. Let's head in here and here for now. There's really not much that they can do about this. There really, really isn't. So this all looks fine for now. Just checking in. Yep, it all looks good. And we're going to hit this fort next. So that looks absolutely phenomenal. They've also got this force right here. This force is not a match for us. So there's not much they can do about it. If they try to push up this direction, we might partially abandon the siege, but for now, this looks good. So let's continue to push through New Granada out over this direction, and there's some Spanish colonization out over here. We just lost this general. We should roll up a new one. What do we got? Oh, that's a good general. Okay. Not, like, perfect. But those are good stats. I'm not going to complain about that. Spanish Californian peasants. Very rude. Very, very rude. Okay, we'll go deal with those. No problem. So that's all under control. We'll get that back. No issues there. Out over this direction, we want to head over here and down this direction. How's this siege going? Still at 14% negative. Okay. Well, we'll get there. It's absolutely fine. We've got time yet. We've got like 3 years. So we're at 5% war score right now. And the question is, how is Austria-Hungary feeling about this? Okay, about the same at this point. Noted. There's not too much that they can do. They're going to have a really hard time moving their forces down to us. So that seems absolutely okay. I'm hoping that this siege falls very soon, although we're at 0% right now, so this is definitely not going to fall this tick. 21. Nice. So now this is going to fall very soon. As soon as that happens, I want to go in and stack wipe this unit. That would be ideal. 28. Eventually. Wait, we can grab a tech? Oh, we can grab an admin tech. I thought we had all of these, but there we go. Now we have all of the technologies. So that's perfect. So 28% here, and there we go. This siege is now over. We're going to immediately push through and take out this army. They should not have been here. Excellent. So that's stack wiped, and now we're going to move in and take out this fort. We're going to have to backtrack a little bit here, but that's fine. So this is all occupied up this direction to the north. This is not held by the Spanish down this direction. Okay. So this army doesn't really need to be doing this anymore, and they can start moving down over this way, which actually they can come in this direction. I'm fine with this. Yeah, that's an absolutely okay direction for them to come. I like it. So that looks fantastic. At this point, I'm wondering what exactly we've got going on here with the Netherlands. That's interesting. They could probably group these together and fight this. But they don't seem particularly interested. So we need to get Spanish Peru occupied. That is the current goal. And then we need to try to start piecing out some of these Europeans, like Augsburg, Austria-Hungary, Champagne, Finland, Hesse. We're interested in getting all of those out of the war. We've got the Spanish colonies under control. Spain will themselves eventually try to show up, but we would like to get the other Europeans out of this, ideally, so that our war score would go up considerably. I'm surprised Netherlands hasn't bailed on this war, actually. Like, this is looking very bad for them. This isn't surprising, to be clear, but they have a really hard time actually moving these forces down to us, so we don't have to deal with them. For the moment, anyway. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode might be the last episode of this series. I think that's actually fairly likely. We'll see how the war plays out. We're only at 6% war score right now, so that's going to be very interesting. We may end up having to invade Spain proper, which we could theoretically do. That is an option. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.